What's up, guys? We got a top 64 deck list. You guys may already know him from many deck profiles that I've done with this guy, and he took it with his good old faithful Law. So we're gonna go through his matches first before the deck list.
Yeah. So my first 2 rounds I got a buy. I got 2 buys because of the invite buys. And then round 3 I played Red Purple Law. That was actually really scary. Red Purple Law is actually my worst matchup.
Okay.
And so having to face that my first round that's terrifying. I somehow won though, barely. It was such a close game.
Yeah.
Next round I played Saka. I lost. He actually just threw the nuts on me.
Yeah. What can you do? How many Lucy's did he open? Or Helmblades, I guess.
He opened 2 Lucy's on curve.
Okay, yeah. You can't do that. Can't do that.
And then I won 4 in a row against Anel, Saka, and then another Anel.
Okay.
And then I lost my second to last round against Saka. Honestly, it's kind of expected to lose against Saka, especially if you're playing like multiple Sakas in a tournament. So I played 4 Sakas in Swiss.
Yeah.
And I went 2-2 against it. That's an expected win rate.
Yeah.
And then my last round, I played Ace.
Okay.
That's my second Total worst matchup.
Oh, shoot.
So it's kind of crazy that I faced like
all
so many like hard matchups this tournament, and that's.
You played Ace in the Swiss rounds?
Yeah, the very last round. It was such a close game.
Yeah.
Such a good player, and I actually didn't use my leader once. He was like board wiping me every turn, and I barely won. It was crazy. And then in my top 64 match, I lost to Saka. I lost to just bad variance. He Ice Age triggered on his first life, and he killed my 1 replayable card.
Yeah.
And I had blocker laws, but I just had no replayable cards.
Got it.
And then in our second game, I drew no green cards. And you already know, like in red-green law, that's not a game set you want to be in.
Do you know if any other Law players were able to top 64 this event as well?
No, I was the only red-green law.
All right, so loyal.
Yeah,
loyal to the end.
I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I might be the only red-green law to like top nats like throughout all the regions. So
there you go.
That's cool. Humble brag. I don't know.
Yeah, humble brag. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's get into the deck profile. It's probably the same list as before, but maybe you have some insights.
Yeah. If you guys want to save time, this is the exact same list as the 3v3.
Okay, cool.
But I can try to explain some more information to my leader. 4 Bonnie, searches almost everything. 4 beige. Some people cut this down. I don't think this card is cuttable. There are some times where you want to search a lower cost body of Bonnie to help you get to 5 cards on board, and also it's a green card, so it lets you like bring out Luffy, or like it just helps you bring out Luffy, especially when you brick and you don't have Bonnie or you don't have another green card.
Okay.
4 choppers, so maxed out on the blockers.
Yeah.
4 Suchinami, 4 Otama, and then 2 Makino. Otama's mandatory. Makino is a somewhat of a flex spot, but there's not many cards you can replace with this. I guess you could put like Dawn Nami, but the fact that this is a 2K counter is really important, and it lets your like 1-drops like help you swing for game against Saka when you're in like a simplified game set.
You ever missed Starter Nami against certain matchups?
I honestly do miss Starter Nami, but I can't cut any. I feel like I can't cut anything in this deck.
Got it. I see.
I could try cutting the Dagura, but I wouldn't cut Dagura by more than 1, and I feel like putting 1 Dawn Nami in my deck is very worthless.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
Not good enough.
I don't believe in 1-0s. 2 Nico Robin. Really, it's mandatory. You need it against Saka to kill their Rebekahs. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it's only against Saka. Like I guess against yellow you can kill Brûlés, and in the mirror match you can kill all their blockers. But it's so rare for you to hit a mirror match. So
yeah.
But it's a stretchable 1-drop. That's extremely important. 4 Daguras. Shout out to Shane for giving me pre-release one.
There you go.
Yeah, this thing is kind of
a little bit of an upgrade.
Yeah. This card, it lets you in the middle of the game, lets you play like 2 5-drops, especially if they like loot cheat like 2 cards on your board. And then sometimes if you high roll, you can play a 5-drop on turn 2 with this card. If you have this and 4 other or 5 other 1-drops, including like 1 red 1-drop. So this card, the reasoning for that is just playing 2 5-drops on some decks is so. It just snowballs the game into your favor because you play 2 5-drops and they have to worry about not dying. Or you can just lethal them. I played 4 Dedan. It's a really good searcher. 4 Brook. People are running Sanji, and I do understand why. It is a nice attacker, and it does help a lot against Anels that are starving you. But my reasoning for not running Sanji at all is because I think if Anel chooses to starve you, they actually just auto lose if you have a Bonnie.
Yeah.
So if you have a Bonnie and they're starving you, they just lose the game. So I think Anel should just not starve you.
Okay.
And then if they starve you and you don't draw the Bonnie, yeah, sometimes you lose. Or you have to like not draw Bonnie and you have to not draw multiple
Any
5
searcher,
drops.
basically.
Yeah. And then Brook is also really important because on like when you're like 3-Dawn turn against Sokka, you play this, make your leader 7, and swing 7 to their leader. And if they didn't play a brand new or Great Eruption, they have to either ditch a card and take, so they neg a card to get to 3 cards in drop for Lucci. And if they counter, then they counter the 7k attack on your first attack.
Yeah.
And if they take it, then they take it. And they just have one card in drop, and they can't Lucci you.
Okay.
And I think this card is just really good against Sokka. And then also against Purple Luffy, swinging 7 in the early game and making them take a life makes it really awkward for them, and they just can die out of nowhere sometimes against Purple Luffy. 4 Zoro, this card's mandatory at 4. You need all these rush cards in a simplified game state, especially against like Sokka and stuff. 4 Blocker Law synergizes with all these cards, all these replayable cards. 3 Reset Law and 3 Luffy.
All right, the big boys.
These are the, I guess, only weird things. Everyone plays 4. Everyone plays a 4-2 ratio, but I actually completely disagree with that. I think Luffy is too important. I think when you're in a simplified game stage, which you're in a lot against like Sokka and all these decks, having rush cards are really important. It's another search target for Nami, so your Nami isn't whiffing as much. And also, this Restand Law is only good with like another like card. So if you have this alone, it's actually so worthless.
Yeah. And
so I just don't think this card should ever be at 4.
Okay. You don't like the whole double restand on a turn?
Yeah, I don't think you need a restand like that. I like to just swing wide. I just think the 3 Luffys is just too important. Having multiple unblockables, more than 2 unblockables, because if you use like 1 early and you like send 1 to the bottom, then you just can't unblockable your opponent for game. And sometimes like Sokka's can just block her up, or even like Purple Luffy or all these decks can just block her up, and you can never win the game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any shout outs to your sponsorships or whatever?
Shout out to Project CCG.
Project CCG,
yep. Check them out. And shout out to all my friends in the locals areas at CCG, Wildcard, and Project.
It seems like you're the only one from your area that was able to top 64.
Me and my friend Kai. Kai also tops.
Kai,
yeah. Played Sokka.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you for the deck profile, Nicky, and I hope to see you more in the future.
Also, thank you to everyone that came up to me today and yesterday, and said like hi, and like said like, oh, thank you for playing LOL, blah blah blah. Like honestly, it feels so good to just be like the fan favorites.
Yeah, you're carrying the back of Law on your own back. Oh yeah, you're the only one doing it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate the fans. Thank you so much.
Peace out, guys.